I don't hear him. My headset.
Oh no.
Where's my snare?
There you go.
Where's my
That would have been horrible.
Just
That is horrible.
Just the entire episode. Is
You just hear Trey like
distantly.
Hey, yeah, that's what movie's awesome, bro.
Which one are we doing first?
I loved it. Oh, well, I think we should do the one with. Oh man, good question. What do you feel like you have more energy for?
You turn it down a little bit.
The Ruse or
Or hey, how are you?
or hey, how are you? Good old DeVito.
Good old Double D.
Yeah.
That's a tough call.
Is that better, Ty?
A little bit more.
I think this is our second Arnold movie
A little
and
bit more.
second Danny DeVito movie at the same time.
That good?
Too much.
Too much?
Keep going.
Oh, hold on. I think I just need to turn
Yeah, that's a little bit too much.
my headphone.
Okay.
There you go. There you go. That's
My,
good. All right, cool.
my headphones are gone now.
How about right
Oh,
here?
yeah, there we go. I was like, what the hell?
Those are testicular difficulties.
I've had those before. Have I told you the story of my vasectomy? Let's
you make a
go.
small incision in the scroll.
Yeah.
It's our family guy.
One that makes you half a man. You're half a man. So, welcome back to another episode of Nostalgialand.
Hey.
Thank you for joining us. We ran into a slight problem this evening on our
It's a
recording
sad
night.
day. Sad day.
It is a sad day.
It's all about perspective.
We don't have the D anymore. The D
Yeah,
is
but-
not in us
But
this evening. But I found a close alternative.
the other drink that saved my childhood,
Yeah?
because they were $1.
Still.
spiked Arnold Palmer
Yeah, shout out to that guy.
with the original Arizona iced tea.
Okay, well, I wasn't
part of
drinking
it.
the spiked ones.
I mean, I was about to
they
say, you're putting this in your Fruit Loops?
They need to get whoever's in charge of Arizona's tea to fix the economy.
Yeah, because if they can say at $1 and still make a profit like that, well, yeah, they would definitely have some ideas.
Hey,
Like,
listen, you've bought our tea. Now buy into our economy.
I love too how they stamp it right on the can.
yeah, so they
$1.
can't change the price on you. Exactly.
Some people walking up to like cashiers at Target, like, hey, what the hell?
Well, we're quickly heading to, and this is maybe for your After Dark show, we're quickly heading into the Idiocracy Society future where we have like Costco is our supreme leader.
Yeah.
And they just like, or like even
In Wally.
Wally, by and large, or big and large
save
or
the
something
people
like
in
that.
the floaty chair.
Yeah. But it was like, welcome to Costco. I love you. Do you know the story behind the Crocs and that?
Yeah. It's awesome.
What?
So
No.
the lady that was like the costume designer was trying to find shoes that look futuristic and
Futuristic.
yeah, and also incredibly stupid.
Yeah.
That
Those
was-
were her two
that
So
was
parameters.
she found these shoes and she was like, "Oh yeah, these are great." And the director was worried because he
Yeah.
said, "Well, what if they become popular before the movie comes out?" She goes, "Have you seen these things? There's just no way." And before the movie came out, they became popular.
What movie was it?
Idiocracy. You ever seen
I've
it?
never seen it.
Yeah, don't watch it now. You'll get really depressed.
It's Luke Wilson. Yeah, it's scary. Like how it was like an architect plan for like where our future is quickly
And it's
progressing.
working.
It's like how many retards can we get to run the country?
Well, and there's a couple of scenes into that make me laugh because it's Drax. What's his name?
But Batista?
No, the one who
He
is
plays
married
Drax.
to. Yes, but who's married to? I'll just look him up. But he's married to the girl who plays the Frozen.
Elsa?
She's no the other one.
Anna? Oh, the blonde girl?
Yeah, blonde
He's
girl.
married to a tiny
Man,
cartoon.
Dude,
No,
yes.
it's
What is wrong with me tonight? Dax Shepard.
yeah.
Dax
Oh, yeah.
Shepard. Okay.
He's in that new Dick's commercial.
Kristen Bell.
Yeah.
Thank you. Okay, but Dax
You
Shepard's in
just
it.
say thank you to yourself.
Yes.
Kristen Bell, thank you, Google.
Thank you, me.
Kristen Bell, the way to go, Matt.
All right, thank you.
Listen, it's all about keeping the balloon off the floor.
You
That's
know-
what I gotta.
You know what I got to tell you
Noraga.
is, just so we're clear,
Name rings a bell.
it wasn't Kevin's wife.
Yeah, thanks for reminding me, Jack. Oh man, yeah, that's
Did you
my
get a
worst
weird?
hiccup.
Did you get a weird phone call this week?
I did get a weird phone call this week that I didn't pick up. But
No, you didn't. He told me you didn't.
you didn't. You're not picking up. All right,
It was my
sweet.
best friend.
Oh well.
He called me and he's like, "Give me his number." I'm like, "All right." And he's like,
Oh.
"All I'm gonna do is call him, and when he answers, I'm gonna say, it wasn't his. It was Junior's mom, and then hang up the phone. I was like, all right, for sure.
Oh, I hope he left a message though, because I would totally play that.
Oh, see, that
Dang
might
it.
fuck the shit out of me because both their names are Kevin.
No, Aaron did it.
Oh, well, I'm sorry,
I was
Aaron.
No, Aaron is like on point. He listens to every episode every Friday morning when they
brother,
come out.
I
Hey, then
appreciate
he
you so
needs
much,
to
man.
Aaron recommend something.
Yeah, brother.
He does.
Oh, okay.
We talk all the time. Some of the movies that I've used have come from Aaron.
Okay.
Oh, nice.
Never mind then.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well,
anyways,
we're going Request Central this week.
Yes, we are. Sorry.
Yeah.
Thank you for dragging me out of
Next
that.
couple few episodes are.
Yeah.
Yeah, requested, man. So this one came down from Anthony. You know what? I've said his name a couple times, but he's never corrected me that I've said it incorrectly.
What an idiot.
Yeah.
we don't know how to say it.
Yes.
So this is
No, but it's Santaselmo is as close as I get, and I'm pretty sure that's how it's pronounced.
I don't know.
But Anthony,
Do I know Anthony?
friend of mine,
Santaselmo?
no, a friend of mine from back up in Georgia.
okay.
He actually has a really amazing basement that he converted into Mondo Video. So he converted
This
his
guy.
basement.
This was who you told us about.
Yes, into a classic like Blockbuster. Well, like it's video rentals, not Blockbuster. So, but yeah, man, it's awesome. It's
cool. Same thing.
Such a cool thing.
same
Well, a little same thing because he does have a beaded section.
Oh yeah.
With the adult vids.
More Hollywood video.
Some of them are hilarious, dude. Like some of the titles of these things. I won't say that on here on radio, but man,
That was a weird thing. Now that you bring
So
it up,
funny.
I told you that for a while there I was rewatching Friends, and there's a lot of jokes about like porno
Weird
movie
90s
rentals and
porn
stuff
rentals?
of it within like the guys in. I'm like, wait, what?
What?
That was like a weird out of place line there that most people I guess wouldn't catch or didn't notice.
Also, just what a strange like. I don't think I would ever feel comfortable in any capacity to be like, hey, I was watching this really great porno you should rent. Like,
Super weird.
did right for me, might
is
do
weird.
right for you.
So
You know?
weird.
Okay.
It's so weird.
So, anyways, this one came down from
Dude,
Anthony.
they used to like people used to have stag parties.
Oh, what? And they would watch.
They would like
those
go, like guys would get together and like hang out.
No, I'm not.
You know
I'm
what?
Good.
I'm never going to a stag party.
I'm happy. I'm not.
not happening.
if they're not talking about Red Stag, the liquor. I'm
we're
not
not
going.
either that or we're not talking about deers.
Yeah, I'm not going.
You just show up in hunting equipment.
Like orange vest.
Like, you want? I'm at the wrong party.
You're like step back.
You just start shooting people. It's spread shots.
Thought we were cool, Bob. Thought we were cool.
Good thing I left the car running. Actually, I'm just gonna sneak out of here, boys. I'll see you at the wedding next week. Anyway, yeah. So from Anthony, this was a classic favorite of mine, and I talked to people about this in the past, and they've always given me the same look of what drugs were you on. But this is Warriors of Virtue.
Okay.
And if I tell you the premise, like you get the same look. So like a boy suddenly like he was being bullied. He has a twisted leg.
Yeah, he's got a Forrest Gump leg.
Yeah, he's got a gump leg, and he suddenly has an imaginative, fantastical experience in what I'm assuming is some version of Australia we're not aware of, where there's kung fu kangaroos.
Isn't it called like Tao?
It's
or-
Tao.
Yeah, it's Tao, but it's kung fu kangaroos.
Yep. Who
This
look,
is like-
who all look the nostalgia critic put it best. They all look like mutilated Ron Perlmans. Like if Ron Perlman had a distant cousin that was a kangaroo,
His face was the model. Of the kangaroos.
they just put hair in like
Oh,
elongated
what do we
his
make-
snout.
dude.
Sir, what do we make their face look like? But it's Ron Perlman.
Have you seen Hellboy?
Yeah.
It's not out yet.
Oh wait, no.
Oh,
that's,
wait, we
that,
can't
we're
see
going
that
ahead
yet.
in time.
You seen Blade 2? No.
This was 1997, and it's an hour and 40.
It's a
minutes
long ass movie.
It is a long movie.
That was going to be my first question to you because I got through it
Dude.
1.5 before I was like, oh, what? Oh,
I watched
this
it
is
like 3
hard to
times, but in all honesty, I probably only watched it
Yes, like once, right?
I
It's
felt like I was high the whole time I was watching it because like the movie like randomly cuts into slow motion and you're like,
Yes.
what
Yeah.
the
Oh
my
fuck
Lord.
is
and
going
there's
on?
so much cutting.
Like there's like blur effect because I'm sure they're trying to like save money on these special effect kangaroos they had to do.
The tails
they
coming
blew,
off.
they
Like
blew the
randomly.
whole they blew the whole budget on these roos.
No, they blew it on the one scene where they Crouching Tiger, Hidden Dragon, the sensei running across the water.
Yeah, dude, that guy walks on water.
Yes. Well, like all the wire work in this, I did think, I was like, Crouching Tiger, Hidden Dragon came out like 2 years later.
I was watching.
They
I
did
don't know
it
what the show is
way
called.
better.
way better.
I don't know what the show is called, but I was watching a YouTube video and it was 3 black guys like reviewing this movie, and they were hysterical. And like they were making so much fun of the movie that there were big segments of the show where it was just them dying laughing because it was like ridiculously stupid. But he was talking about how this was like the first or one of the first movies that was like they were like pandering to a Chinese audience, trying to tap into the Chinese market.
Wow,
That's what it feels like.
Okay.
At least with like the kung fu fighting and like the Tao and like the, you know what I mean?
And everybody was doing it.
And then you go to like the Bulletproof Monk and
we didn't
like
use Pandas. Why?
No.
Oh, I mean, whatever. Because pandas are slow and dumb.
Tell that to Jack Black's character in Kung Fu Panda.
Actually,
Yeah, but that's different.
I think I've told you the story that
He's got the skadoosh.
Chinese entertainment industry was like super pissed they didn't think of Kung Fu Panda first.
Oh, really?
Like, they were like, son of a bitch.
It was right there.
We have Kung Fu. We have pandas. What are we doing? And so they came out with their own version, which is like Punch Kick Panda or something.
Oh
It's
my gosh.
awful.
Well, you know
yes.
the story
Okay.
behind this movie. It was 4 brothers.
They were doctors, right?
Yeah, 4 doctors that were brothers, and they decided that they wanted to make a movie, and they used their father's money, who was a toy manufacturer,
Wow.
with like $36 million that
Midnight,
they used to make
Midnight-
this movie.
Midnight Tonight, we're hitting Grandpa's toy check.
And then they put this movie out, and I believe to this day it has only grossed like $6 million.
And you're in the red on that one.
So when you tell people about this movie and they look at you like you're nuts, it's because nobody's ever seen it.
Yeah, I never.
No one went to see it.
I didn't know this movie existed.
Oh, I saw this in theaters, and this came out same time around like that other movie that you guys haven't seen, Star Kid, came out.
I
Was
at
it
least
like 97?
remember seeing the horror that is the Star Kid. Like I remember the face. Like
You remember the face in the box set, right, on the VHS? Yeah. No, I honestly, I put this in. I was like, this is great. This is going to be awesome. I'm going to show this to my kids and girls. And I honestly, the setup was great, but I got so bored watching it. And I was like, when is the actual conflict going to go on? And then, yes, the only, I don't know if this is the right term for it, but I'm going to coin it my best. The skip framing of everything kind of gave me a headache, dude.
The blur effect that they,
like it was like every other frame was like one was cut out in between, and so it was like and it was so difficult because some of the kung fu sequences were really good.
The fighting was good, yeah.
But I feel like it was ruined by that weird choice of effect for a camera.
Really took away.
It does. It takes away.
Just put a little fog in there.
And I got it out the gate, though, I had to ask you, too, about Angus McFadden, who plays Komodo, the bad guy in this.
So this movie has this kind of serious tone with the fantasy element. Then Angus McFadden, Komodo, the villain, comes in and just cornball camps this movie up. His lines are unbelievably ridiculous that he delivers. It's like he's the only one that realized he was in a kids movie, and everybody else was making movie for like kung fu masters.
Everybody else was trying to get in the next Jackie Chan movie. Like maybe if we act good enough.
Yeah.
There's one thing that I'll point out later that was like, what? But we'll get there. We'll get there. I'm not there yet.
No, but Angus, like he was in Braveheart. Like he was the Brutus. He was the guy like who. William Wallace was like partnering with to be like, hey, we're gonna free Scotland.
Yeah, the guy that like spoiler alert stabs him in the back.
Yeah, and stabs him in the back does the whole thing. Yeah,
Oh,
if you
what?
haven't seen Braveheart. Oh no! Wait, what do you mean he doesn't use the giant sword? What are you talking about? What do you mean?
Again, if you haven't seen this show before, we spoil a lot of things.
Wait, the boat sank at the end of Titanic?
Son of a bitch!
The end of Titanic. Oh man, I love this movie. How do you think it's gonna end?
Dude, the best one I ever saw was I can't remember the comedian, but he was talking about it. He just says, "Yeah, I'm thinking they're making a movie about the Titanic because the boat sinks. Like, where's the movie there?" And then the whole time going in, I'm like, "Great, so the boat's gonna sink. Great." And then you get 2.5 hours in, and you're going, don't sing. You start rooting. They pull you completely out of history and what actually happened.
Yeah. What a weird decision at the end if he suddenly like, oh no, they all got rescued right on time.
The boat rights itself and floats away.
Just keeps going.
It runs over the iceberg like a monster truck.
Oh, that'd be hilarious. That's the one where it's just the iceberg and it just builds tension, and then all of a sudden just it plows right through it.
It doesn't slow down.
like a hot knife through butter.
Yes. Sorry. Anyways, yeah, man. Okay, so starting out this movie, we find Ryan and his mom and dad's nowhere to be.
Nope.
Right?
Ryan's in his bathroom.
Oh yes.
Reading comic books
with the weirdest window.
And the dog comes to the window and drops his breakfast toast on his head.
Yep.
Yeah. We have
you know
to talk
the weirdest
about the
part about that scene? That kid is sitting on a closed toilet.
So I hope he's not. I hope he's not shitting.
I guess his dog and his mother are so obnoxious that he has to hide in the bathroom to read his really poorly drawn comic books.
Book reading. Yes. Like there's no other comfortable spot in your house. Not a single one.
Mom,
yeah.
I need a chair.
I'm an only child.
I got a free one if he wants it. Ryan, if you want a chair, I got a free one.
We can afford this 5-bedroom house, but we can't afford a goddamn chair in my room. The normal one I could sit on. But I was so weirded out by the layout of this bathroom because he's sitting on the toilet. And just to describe it to you, listeners, he's sitting on the toilet and just above his head, right behind him, is a window.
That his dog is tall enough
yes,
to put its paws on.
Get up and look over and be
He's
like,
got
hey,
an
buddy,
incredibly
breakfast.
tall dog.
Yes, it's massive.
It's Clifford.
Yeah, it is. It is the big red golden retriever dog.
Clifford. Yeah, no, I was trying to. I was like, well, maybe it was like a cubby. Like you walked into the bathroom, you went. It hurt me in my head. I was like trying to figure out why is there a window
Matt's sitting
in
there with a
your
whiteboard,
bathroom?
like doesn't make sense.
It's like almost like when you draw the layout of like old '90s sitcoms. Like, okay, their apartment is shaped like this, and like, but where is Frasier's bedroom in the back? How does that, or like the Seinfeld paradox? Have you seen that? Where he's like the angle at which Seinfeld's wall is, and then the way the hallway interacts, and then they show the outside hallway. It can't exist.
Oh, okay.
So like they're like, there's people. I'm sorry. I'll just subscribe you to the Reddit channel, and you guys can read it with me. And we're all trying to figure out how the physics of Seinfeld universe works.
No, they have that same thing in Friends where Monica has this massive apartment, and then you go right across the hall in the same building.
Yeah.
And it's this tiny little apartment that the guys live in. Yeah. Like, wait.
It's like half the size.
Yeah,
of
like
hers,
why do they have this humongous apartment?
Yeah, and she has like the balcony area and like the counterbalance.
And when they show the outside, it's like there's no balcony in that building.
And she constantly doesn't have a job, so it's like, how are you affording his apartment?
Well, they do make jokes about that and how it's rent controlled, and it's because like her grandmother owned the apartment, and she's pretending like she's her grandmother. And there's a whole episode about how the like super is going to get them evicted because they're mad at him. He makes Rachel cry.
So far, we've been into this maybe around 15 or so odd minutes,
and we've pretty much covered it.
And we pretty
yeah. So you have Ryan reading his comic book,
weird shit bathroom,
and
window,
and he skips school to go to a Chinese restaurant.
Yeah, does he skip school?
And watch Mr. Wong or Wing or
Ming
do kung fu cooking.
That's really weird. And how does he have this relationship with this cook man?
I don't. But this guy should be the next like Jet Li, and he's in here making pork fried rice, kicking faucets.
Did you see how he cleaned that wok? He just kicked the faucet on.
Yep.
And then just whips his rag around in it. I don't want to eat there.
His name is Dennis
Franz?
Dunn. Dennis Dunn. And he was a Big Trouble Little China, Year of the Dragon. So he's got kung fu movies under his belt and everything. But yeah, like if someone was cooking and I would be like, hey buddy, calm down a little bit. Like you're gonna hurt someone. I know not intentionally, but like we're all here to work the 8 hours, right? We all got our shifts. You just
I'm on a double.
You're like 11. Yeah. Bring it down to a 6.
Just like flinging
you're at a
rice.
10. I'm gonna need you at a 2.
It's like flinging rice everywhere. He's like, Ryan, I see you on the stairs there with the back of my head.
Yes.
Here's some rice.
And then hold your bowl out. And it's just like
and he has to like.
Yeah, which I think he really did though. I was like, I don't think that was like cut
Nice
away or
catch.
anything. Like it was like he threw that chunk of rice.
There, catch it.
Yeah, dude. Yeah, you get one shot of this, and that's all you're gonna
You
get.
going home
Benihana
hungry.
when they throw the shrimp, catch it.
We know they're judging you when you get back. It's like, oh, this loser didn't catch the shrimp.
Dropped it.
Dropped it.
What a pansy.
Don't flip shrimp. Don't flip shrimp at him.
Yeah, don't.
He
no.
drop every time.
He wastes all the food.
Waste
We're gonna
all
get trouble.
shrimp.
We're gonna get trouble doing that. If I want to say my brothers and sisters are half Chinese. So,
Whatever.
Anyways, keep going.
If Andrew Santino can get away with doing it all the time.
That's true. Yeah.
And then you cut to him being the water boy at a football game.
Yes.
Out of nowhere.
You know, later that day,
The first time that I watched this movie, it wasn't until they show the brace on his leg that I had any idea there was something wrong
yeah,
with
they
this
don't
kid.
like set that up.
they don't talk about it. They don't say like, oh, hey, yeah, you were born with that, or like really bad toddler accident or something.
There
like,
is almost no exposition to this movie
At all.
Yeah,
Before it's all exposition in Kangaroo Land.
I guess because I guess that's why, because they have so much crap to explain about like how kung fu and all this stuff. Like it starts with a narrator explaining how the one warrior will have to return and like
Yeah.
and I'm like, what?
Just
and then he's
shut
walking
up
around with a
already.
brace on his leg and
I don't.
very.
yeah.
I'm like, is this? What happened to the kid? I'm watching the movie, right? Like, what happened to the kid?
I'm watching the same movie, right? By the way, we can't let that pass. That's Australia's new name, Kangaroo Land, down there. Just make a note of it, America. People, that's what we're calling it. Anywho,
So he gives the quarterback a pointer who's like, he's like 12 and this kid's like 18.
yeah,
But they're same age.
Yeah.
In the movie, same age.
Samesies.
Samesies.
maybe he skipped a couple grades.
He hasn't
He's
hit-
got that nerdy kind
Puberty
of vibe
hasn't
about
hit him like a truck yet.
No,
Yeah.
that's
Maybe
right.
it'll heal his leg.
Maybe. Oh.
So he tells the quarterback, like, hey, when you do this, just go the other way. Like, run a bootleg, go the other way. And he does it and scores a touchdown. And then the kid's mad that he doesn't get, like, recognition. Like, what was the quarterback going to do? Pick you up on his shoulders and be like, he told me this.
He still went out there, ran the play,
Yeah.
which was not the play the coach had called, who was Warren Moon, by the way.
Goat.
Like, NFL quarterback Warren Moon.
Are you serious?
Yeah.
I didn't catch that, and I'm glad you guys are watching.
Probably
'cause I
the
didn't see
most
that.
successful, like, what was it called?
Yeah.
The USFL. And then he went to the NFL.
And he was an Oiler.
And he went to Canada for a while.
Yeah.
He was Warren Moon in Jerry Maguire. Warren Moon was Warren Moon.
Well,
Yeah,
he
dude, he's
should
a
just be
badass.
Warren Moon because he.
And that name is epic.
Yeah.
Yeah, that is a pretty sweet name.
Yeah.
Actually, you don't need to change that for show business.
No.
That's a
awesome.
great one. Okay, yeah, no, and he's pissed. He's like, wouldn't a normal coach be like super pissed with the quarterback and be like, "You're sitting
Not if
here."
he score.
It would go exactly how it went
Yeah.
in the movie, where
He'd
he's
be
like,
like-
he sees him not hand the ball off, and now he's angry and confused, and then he watches him run through a tackle, which the kid didn't tell him that the guy that was gonna over pursue, he'd still have to get out of his tackle, break
Yeah.
his tackle,
Yeah.
and then once he scores a touchdown, they win the game. Who cares?
All right, fine. Yeah.
Yeah, good call.
Let's all go to Pizza Hut.
Exactly.
Still a thing at this time.
Mm-hmm.
Still
they're-
might be a thing again. Actually,
They're riding home on their bikes, and then he's like, his best friend is
Well,
like
they're walking.
that. Yeah, and
Yeah.
The bullies,
the
the
are
bully,
riding
and
by on
the
their
other
bike.
cool kids.
And and his best friend is like, he called that play,
yeah.
jackass.
Dude, and that kid slams his brakes and whips that bike around
I want to
so
see.
hard.
I want to see the outtake where
He
that
was gonna-
tire falls off and he eats shit.
the guys I was talking about, they were watching it, the three black dudes, they said he didn't even want to stop. The bike was like, hold on a damn minute. And he hits it so hard, the sidewalk might as well have like folded up
Yeah.
from the
Yeah.
pressure.
Dude, if you imagine he hit like just a little pile of slightly wet leaves,
Hilarious.
Like that kid would have been in
Cracked
the
his
street.
skull
Oh,
open.
done. Yeah, it was like, oh, he gets to go
Thwack.
He gets to go from the house to the mailbox. That's the rest of his life.
He'd
That's
be
what
like,
he does.
he'd be like, poor Tua.
He would have
Oh,
he'd have leg braces now.
Oh yeah.
Oh,
I'm the captain now.
I got the thing from Back to the Future 2 where he's upside down.
what? Wait, I don't remember back.
Oh, yeah.
yes, okay, yeah. The dad is like, "Hey, Marty,
Yeah.
hey to see ya."
Yeah, we'll
He's
get
floating
we'll
through
totally
the
get into that when we do Back to the Future 2.
Oh,
But that was
man.
like them taking shots at Crispin Glover.
Really?
Yeah, it was an easy way to not, because he wasn't in the movie, because he was a huge pain in the ass, and they
Oh.
had like big
Yeah.
big creative differences and whatever. He ended up suing them like for using his likeness and all this stuff.
So that was an actor portraying Crispin Glover.
Yeah.
Okay.
And it was really easy to flip him upside down because your brain doesn't pick up that it's not him because it's upside down.
not him.
And as long as they make him look a little bit similar, your brain will tell you it is because you think it's supposed to be.
Psychology.
Yeah, it's
Write it down.
It's like the Mandela effect,
Oh yeah.
which is psyop by the government. I'm kidding. I'm kidding.
Pigeons aren't real.
That's right. They're drones, all of them, every last one. Don't tell that to Mike Tyson.
Yeah, so then
He will
he
eat your
goes
babies.
back to Mr. Wing, and he's
Ming.
like Ming, and he's like, "This is the scroll of the ancient people,
The book
the
of
book
the Tao.
of the Tao."
Yeah, it's weird. This whole thing is weird.
And
And he lives
everything.
he lives in an apartment overlooking the kitchen that
Is
he
it-
kung fu cooks in.
Is it his restaurant? Because they weren't giving the vibe that it's
Yeah,
his
because the mom
restaurant.
is like, "Oh, how about we eat Ming's or whatever?"
Oh yeah, or like
She says
Chan's or
Mang's, and he's like,
or
"It's
something.
Ming's, mom. We'll eat there like every
God,
day."
Get it right,
Because you
racist.
serve me this disgustingly burnt lasagna.
That's alive.
Yeah, he sticks it and goes. "Bleh."
It's like, there's a number on the box, Mom. That's the
Beetlejuice.
time you
The
put
mom-
on the microwave.
It's Beetlejuice.
The mom looks so depressed. But at least they didn't put a dad in the movie. But
No.
dad is there.
He's around.
He's
somewhere.
just traveling for
Yeah,
work
he's traveling
or
for
something.
work.
But you never hear back. You never like not after that.
No,
no
it's-
more dad.
They didn't have to pay another
Yeah,
actor.
we're done.
Well, you don't see mom again either.
Until the very end of the movie.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
True, and I have a thought about that actually at the very end of the movie. Some one of the looks. We can get there.
But
Okay.
Yeah. So yeah,
And then-
bullies show up.
they invite him to overpass.
Yeah.
And it's like the overpass tunnel.
Like
it's
you
the
do.
tunnel by an abandoned water plant. It's
Yes.
where they are.
Yeah.
Like you do.
And so he goes there because he thinks
Hey, you
that
said it right.
Like you do. I know. I kept trying to say as you do,
Yeah.
and then you guys
It
would
works
correct
either
me.
way, but-
yeah, but like you do,
You
rolls,
said it right.
rolls a little
Good
better.
for you.
I agree. So okay,
and so he thinks that the girl that likes the quarterback is hot, so I'm gonna do it because
She's pretty.
because power of boners.
That's true. Well, yeah, they cut. Well, apparently they do this all the time, but they have to cut a chain off the door to go inside. And the nostalgia critic, I watched his thing. He had so many problems with this movie, but like he hated this movie.
I wonder why.
And like when they're saying Tao, he's like in Chinese that's Dao, and he
Yeah.
keeps like screaming it over. I'm like, oh dude, okay, I get it,
Dao.
man. Like it's not even funny anymore. But he pointed out something that's hysterical about this part when they cut the chain and they're walking down the dark like tunnel.
Yeah.
They all have flashlights, and everyone except I think the main character is doing this. They're like, who uses a flashlight like that? Like,
There are bats in here.
just generally want to see.
I didn't even notice it, and he runs the cliff, and they're like, "Oh my god, that's so funny!" Nobody thought to tell them, "Hey, stop doing that!
Yeah.
Stop
gosh.
that!"
Well,
Well,
and
I
then
can-
and then
yeah.
his best friend, they're walking into this place, and he's like, "Let's turn around. They're gonna carve our initials in our stomachs, or
Oh my
cut our
God.
wieners off to make hot dogs."
Good
And
Lord.
and 2 meatballs. That's the other. Thank you. Because
We're
that's
just
the
getting-
other like super out of place, bizarre line.
Yeah, what the fuck?
Like even the most jacked up Stephen King, not like doesn't have.
I feel like that's what he
It
was
does
coming
have initial
from, though.
carving.
That's what I'm
Yes,
saying. It's
yeah.
like, yes.
Okay.
That's a horror movie thing. That would be so scary. And they're going to make hot dogs out of our wieners. And he takes a flashlight and does like his wiener with it.
and even Stephen King is going,
He's like, no, dude, I ain't into that.
Either that or Steven's like, hold on a
Yeah,
second.
he's like, hot dog wieners.
he crosses it off a list. Like, fuck, they stole it.
You've heard the thing about how Stephen King can't finish a story?
No.
So like the whole story is epically awesome,
Yeah.
but he gets to the end and he just can't figure out how to end it. So he's just kind of like, it's over.
It just, yeah, it's gonna, we're done.
So that's how it is. He like gets to the end of like, The Shining.
Yeah.
And then at the end he's like, and then he makes their wieners into hot dogs.
Everybody goes home. Pizza Hut. Everyone goes to Pizza Hut.
Pizza Hut. Yay.
The end.
So the bully wants him to peg leg it across this pipe
yes.
so he can spray paint his name on the wall to be cool.
Yeah, because if you all of them have done it.
Even though they all look
And
petrified of
So
it.
what place has just, hey, we're gonna have a whirlpool right here?
Yeah.
Like what?
That's the design, actually. It's part of the
Exactly.
It's part of the big picture.
In
here.
order to have that much
Yeah.
water making that powerful of a whirlpool,
Yeah.
that is built in like that.
that is like 90% of the budget for this film. That's
where the
went
chi
into
is.
Building
That's where the chi is.
whirlpool. the fantasy whirlpool
right.
in this, man. So they go and like
and he does it, and then the kid
cool
gets like
kid does
halfway. Yeah, and then Ryan gets halfway across, and he's like, "Oh, by the way, you never know when that pipe's gonna turn on." And then almost as if he's spoken into existence.
Yeah, he like freaks out.
Yeah.
And then he's even the bully guy is like, dude, come on, like, dude, come on, you got to come, like,
And
come
then-
to me,
Dude, hurry. Yeah.
And then he falls in the whirlpool and drowns like instantly. Like
I knew some messed up kids, but I don't think I ever knew a kid that was like, hey, we're gonna make the cripple kid do some dangerous shit.
To positive charge.
There you go.
Hey, you know how that kid in our school who has problems walking? Let's make him do something that requires really precise.
He might die.
Walking.
You want to make him walk a tightrope?
Let's do
Sounds
it.
good.
In between two
Rage.
buildings, no safety net.
Have you ever seen Jackass with the crocodiles? Let's do that to
Oh,
him.
that's perfect.
But this time we're putting live chickens in his pants.
Wait, which Jackass did you watch?
No, they were. Steve-O did one where he has chicken hanging out of his like G-string.
I think it might have just been an episode of
Wild Boys.
of Jackass,
Oh,
not
just
like one of the
those.
movies.
Wild Boys is
Also
definitely
pretty crazy.
one of the
Dude, I just
crazy
saw
and hilarious.
A short with him telling the story about how they were going to go swim with great white sharks and they were going to free swim, and there's only one guy in the world that like does this often.
Yeah.
And apparently he was getting paid by some Chinese guys like a crap load of money to go do it. So he canceled on the Wild Boys to go film with these other guys because they were going to pay him so much more.
And he died.
Wow.
And so the Wild Boys are out at the bar drinking, and they're talking to each other, Pontius and
Steve-O.
Steve-O.
Yeah.
And they're saying like, yeah, forget it. Like, we'll go out on the boat tomorrow because they were just going to cage dive with him.
Yeah.
And he's like, we'll go out on the boat tomorrow. And when they're like, okay, the cage is all ready, the shark's here, we'll just jump off the other side of the boat and swim with the sharks. And this guy next to him is like, no, you don't want to do that. And he's like, why? And he goes, because the great white will be curious and he'll come over, and the way that he'll check you out is by biting you.
Yeah.
And they're like, okay. And he goes, what you want to do is jump right on top of him. And they're like, okay, thanks. And it turns out that was the dude that's like the scientist that does the swimming with the great white. And they ended up getting plastered with him all night. And then he's like, forget it, and goes on the boat with them instead, and they free swim with great white sharks. Like, they're insane.
By the way,
Yeah.
have you seen this movie about kung fu kangaroos?
He's like, have you seen the movie with the ruse?
Yes, first tonight.
The ruse, and didgeridoo.
Yeah. Well,
Tonight we kung fu kangaroos. Tomorrow we jump on great
jump
white
on
sharks.
Well, and so
he falls in, of
instead
course.
of drowning,
Yeah.
he goes to Tao.
Right.
Yeah.
And the best part about being in Tao, no cripples in Tao because my leg works. And I'm playing football in the forest, baby.
No cripples in Tao. That begs to ask the question: what did they do with all the cripples in Tao?
They don't exist.
They were never there.
Nope.
Okay.
Powers to
I had a incredibly dark joke that I am not gonna make
No,
it.
I was gonna be like, there's like a
was gonna
great legend Tao of like cripple Holocaust sometime. Because I was like,
somebody had his way in Tao. That's so terrible. Okay, so I have a question for: are there dyslexics in Tao?
No.
No. Stuttering Stanleys.
Yeah.
stutters.
If you're studying Stanley, they turn you into a kangaroo, and you have to do kung fu for the rest,
for the
of, your
rest
life.
of your life,
Turn you into a disfigured
Because the
Ron
only
Perlman.
guy who's disabled is the kangaroo who can't talk.
Well, he decided not to talk.
I felt like that was a choice. It was a
I think it
personal
was
choice.
very difficult for.
There's so many questions I have about the life and times of the ruse.
Okay.
And are they going to answer it?
We'll get
No.
to. We'll get to. So we're gonna kind of speed run to the ruse here.
Please,
So the
just-
kid gets. There's these two like knights that pull him out of this water. They're
Yeah.
like evil knights, and you see a mysterious figure just kick them, and they go flying. Like,
Oh yeah, and it's like yelling the whole time.
Yeah.
It's just like,
How about the fact that the kid comes out of the water and he's all confused?
Yeah.
And the cool looking knight, like with the full armor, shows up. And he's like, oh, and he goes, get over here, whatever, and
Yeah.
like Scorpion.
Yeah.
And the kid starts running away. So he throws a spear into his back so hard
reasonable
that
reaction.
it just lays him face first onto the ground.
Thank God for the Book of Tao.
And the backpack.
Yeah.
Because if not, this kid is dead spinal.
Yeah.
reasonable
Spine-
reaction.
Oh, my
I feel
back
like,
spinal.
yeah. Well, I mean, you don't throw your spear to maim.
That's right. Shoot to kill.
You shoot to kill. That's right.
Kill.
Every shot you don't take 100%. Anyways,
Michael Scott. So then the two knights get like taken care of, and this kid turns around and sees a giant kangaroo and has the most fitting reaction of anybody in this movie. Just screams,
starts running
and just books it.
Yeah.
And then-
but then he runs like 15, 25 feet and realizes,
wait.
I'm a running.
Yeah, hell
I'm
yeah.
running for
My legs
you.
work. No cripples in time.
And then he's like, I'm a running from you, and you're chasing me to the ends of the earth and the city of kingdom come. Hey, Tommy Tricker makes a
Tommy
comeback.
Tricker needs to be on our to-do
One day,
list.
we'll get there.
Because I want to see this now.
But then he like the kangaroo like hops in front of him like, hey, I'm kangaroo dude.
Yeah.
Kangaroo Jack, mate.
What's up, buddy?
He's like, it's okay, we're the good guys. You
Yeah.
can come with me. And he takes him back to the village. They just keep calling it the village.
No.
The kangaroo just leaves after he
That's
beats
right.
him up.
And then the girl
And
finds
the
him.
girl shows up.
Yeah. She just
What's her name?
chilling out.
Adeline or something close to that.
Elisa.
Yeah.
Alicia.
Yeah.
I was way off.
Alicia,
It
played
started with an A,
by
though.
Marley Shelton.
Starts with an E.
Anyways, she shows up and she's just like, "Hey, come on with me. Like, let us go."
Well, and
hang
then the
out,
little
welcome to
gnome
town."
guy tries to steal from him.
Yeah,
And
Yeah.
the girl like slaps him up a little bit.
yeah. She has like force powers too, though, because she like flew. I mean, how well can you toss a little person? But she chucks that little dude like with her mind powers.
I could probably get like 10, 15
Pick
feet
me
with a
up
good
with her mind
spiral.
powers and shook me like a dog.
Yeah. Oh God.
And
Yes.
then she takes him to the village where the Roos live.
Right.
And you
Where
get-
the other roos live.
And you get the montage of the sensei explaining.
Wait,
Yeah.
the really funny part. So they're coming in, and the all the people of this village are standing around in their tree fort
Newcomer.
Yeah.
catwalks and stuff. Yeah,
It's
But
Endor.
They haven't
they're
realized
on Endor.
They haven't realized that there's the newcomer yet, and
Yeah.
that's what they call the kid. The whole movie is the newcomer.
Yeah.
And she's talking to him as she's floating him in, and he's awe-inspired by everything that's going on. And there's only the two weird like animal people.
Oh, like the
Rhino
buffalo and the
ox.
rhino?
Yeah.
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 There's like
Yeah.
a water buffalo and a rhino thing, and everybody else is a person. It's very bizarre.
Nope, not the Roos.
But I mean in the town.
Except for Ruse.
If they're not like
Yeah.
the special ruse that like
Yeah.
the master like raised to fight and all that stuff.
Yeah.
Which basically, if we're honest,
Ninja Turtles.
and they are too. This was a cash grab on the Ninja Turtles, the Power Rangers, and Captain Planet.
Planeteers.
Yes,
Yes.
but we'll get
which
there.
you get to at the very end of the movie.
Yeah.
But she floats him in, and right as they're all starting to lose hope and turn on the master because the main Rue, the leader Rue, who is the
Yun?
one that Yun that he saw
Yun?
that
Yeah,
saved
Leonardo
him.
had to leave.
They're yelling about how he's not there, and they without the five Rues they can't defeat Komodo.
Komodo,
and-
yeah.
which is so weird. The Komodo dragon.
Kama chameleon.
He's
Comic. You got Tyler. You said one of his trigger words.
yes, and so she floats him in, and it's
Yeah.
right in the center of the big pool.
Yeah.
And she literally floats him into a spotlight and stops the boat
Wah,
like,
wah, wah.
"Brr."
He's like, yeah.
And then it's like, Master, the newcomer is here. Like, convenient. We had the spotlight right there.
Does his leg work? Yeah. All right.
All right, perfect. He can stay.
You know, there's no cripples in
He can
town.
stay. Otherwise, there's another boat he needs to get on. And that's taking him to the other
He goes
side.
to the dark
It'll
aisle.
take him to a trade.
It'll take him to the Isle of Cripple.
Is he clean? Does he need a shower?
Oh, God.
Okay.
Jesus.
No, okay. So you meet Master Chung and one of the scenes.
Who is Mr. Miyagi?
Mr. Miyagi? But they keep.
Not the actual. He's not actually.
But that's his role.
Yeah.
He's wise.
He
and
wishes he
he's-
was as cool as Miyagi.
No, but what is his
he
actual
does-
name?
Those Chung.
No, but the actor who plays Miyagi.
He just.
Pat something.
Yeah, Pat. We'll have to look him up.
I got that. You do your thing.
Okay. So Master Chung, anyways, so they keep playing this one scene over and over again, where he's like had this contemplative thought and he's thinking about the future and the warriors and now the newcomer, which that's all they say that is all they call this kid Ryan, and doesn't explain anything else, but they keep playing this one scene where he's standing there kind of meditatingly, I guess, and he's holding these beads, and then the beads break, and they play that scene like 3 or 4 times, and I'm thinking like, how much money is this guy wasting on beads? And then like
the same footage.
but like the third time he does it, the third time they play that, like in my head, I'm gone from this movie. So I just like I literally was just doing voiceover work on it, and I was just like, oh no, my beads, son of a beach.
I'm telling you, we should rip off Mystery Science Theater at some point and just do like some of these bad movies where we all sit around and watch them and just make comments.
My anal beads.
Yeah, we should. Yeah. I lose more beads.
I catch them before they hit the water.
Oh no. Quick, go pick them up. You chase it.
Oh, so he's introducing them as like the warriors of virtue. And the funniest part to me in this is he introduces the kangaroo that's like the warrior of fire or whatever.
Yeah.
And he's just like spinning stuff as like sparkles come out. It's like pop, pop.
Yeah, it's like fire,
pop.
but it's like the warrior of sparklers.
It's the
like,
warrior of sparks.
Yeah. Just little. That's all it is. Yeah, that's all he's got. But then like, the premise is cool because they all have kind of like power over elements and like some of the kung fu moves and stuff.
Yeah,
and they all
around
have
it was
their own
alright.
virtues.
Yes, but the girl kangaroo has the power of flowers,
Earth.
because she proves that those flowers aren't just pretty petals; they're dangerous.
Yep, they
Razor
can pin
leaf.
you to a
Use
wall.
razor leaf.
Yeah,
They can make you stop talking.
Kangaroo use pedal dance.
Yeah, yeah, but like they have, so everyone has this kind of dominion, and the one that they can't, who ran off is Yun.
Because he accidentally took a life
Yeah,
in a war.
Yes, and
so
can't do that.
then you get to meet
do
the
that
evil
more.
people and his two little like
They
weird,
never even explain what the hell happened.
well, it is like little weird dog servants.
Yeah, but the whole like Yun taking a life accidentally.
you don't know why, you don't know when. It would just happen at some point.
None of it makes any sense, and it never does.
Wasn't
Yeah.
in the budget.
Yeah, like we couldn't take them time to explain this to you. The movie's already an hour and 40 minutes long.
Listen, if we're going for
Maybe we
two-
don't need to watch the dude do kung fu cooking for like 20 minutes.
That was so long. Yes.
Not that his talents weren't impressive. I just didn't need to see it.
But honestly, we were 20 minutes in and I was like, we're not in the fantasy
No.
world yet. We're still complaining about football and the leg not working. What is in
Just give me a towel already.
Hey,
Yeah.
most of my life would be spent complaining about my leg not working.
but like he went from like he like woke up from pooping and reading to
No, he was not pooping. He was sitting on a closed toilet.
Sitting on the toilet, just reading. Maybe he doesn't know how toilets work. Obviously, he didn't avoid the big swirly at the
Not
end.
how a microwave.
That's not
That's
how
not how that works. Tell that to his mom.
Shout out to your friend.
But he went from there to the Chinese restaurant to the football game to back home to have a one-on-one conversation with his mother, who's busy. I mean, unreasonably busy. I don't think
She's
so.
a realtor.
trying to put
Trying to sell
food on
houses.
the table. Yeah, and he's 12. Like, dude, take care of yourself. And then he goes out, and then he falls in. Like, there's so much time, and I was like, this is 30 minutes in. I haven't seen a single Roo do anything cool.
Well, and
Yep.
then so basically he finds the kangaroo of virtue, which
Yeah.
is the
Well, it turns out that they're looking for the manuscript because that's the whole deal. Is the manuscript is what gives them the power to defeat Komodo.
and the
Power of
evil guy
voodoo.
wants it because he can take
Well,
over.
he has it.
Well, and
Yeah.
but if he can get Brian to read it, then he can take over the life spring and then basically kill her.
Right. Ryan's the only one. The newcomer is the only one who can read the manuscript.
So the bad guy Komodo, he wants to live forever, and the way he's doing that is he's going from pockets of
Life springs.
life springs, which I guess they didn't even explain. It's like, is it the water? Is it just energy from the earth?
Yes.
But then he somehow condenses it into little shot glass
Drugs.
that he's constantly
They're drugs.
Yeah, he's shooting or he's spritzing on his face. Did you notice
And
that?
everybody like wants that. Yeah. They want that last word. It's like,
Spritz
is that
them
like
up.
the heroin?
Spritz him up. So anyway, this guy's just a dick to everybody.
Komodo.
Except the one girl.
Yeah.
He's a dick to everybody.
Alicia?
He makes this dude bark like a dog and then like roll over and beg.
So they're showing the addiction that the life spring drug
Yeah.
stuff has at that point where he's like, yes, roll over. Barking like a dog.
And they do it willingly. Sorry, Lee and Ehrenberg is one of the guys in there, and I was like, I know that face. Oh, he was Pintel in Pirates of the Caribbean.
There you go.
He was I was like,
the guy with the glass eye.
That?
Yeah.
No,
The
the
little bald one.
Yes,
Yeah.
yes, the other guy
Hello.
was with the guy with the
We
glass eye.
know you're here, puppet.
Yes.
Hello, puppet.
Yes, and I was like, that face is so familiar. And I hadn't seen
But
it,
so long story short, they convinced the Rue that was being like a solitary Rue to come back and join the
Basically,
pouch or whatever.
he goes into the woods.
yes. Long
And-
story short, it's shorter than that.
Jan has to save him again because he walks into a trap like he always does. This whole movie is him walking into traps.
One after the next.
And then
It's a trap.
he's like, "Come on, we need your help to stop Komodo," and he says no and jumps away.
Yes.
And then he basically is just like, "You're a pussy," and he's like, "All right, you got me."
Yeah.
Get on my back.
you know what?
We're going home.
Wait,
Hold on a second, mate.
nobody tried this before? Going into the woods and being like, "Yen's a loser,
Yeah, he's
Hey,
wussy."
he yells
Quit.
wimp. Down
Yeah,
there.
that's right. He
Singing.
calls him a wimp.
quit being a bitch.
Now that kangaroo just hopped right back. He's like, "Hold on now, just to foster this Australian."
Get on
busy
my
old
back.
minute.
We're going home.
We're going right out. So
None of them talk with an Australian.
they don't, but I wish they did.
Be awesome.
Well, it's
Would've
because you're
made it
thinking of
better.
Kangaroo Jack.
But it would have made it better. Yes, I'm a hip hop, hippity hippity hip hop and dance
Oh
hop.
dear God.
But so then you find out when he's telling all of the Roos that are now reunited, he's like, "I'm the only one that can read it. It's my destiny." And then the trader girl's like, "Bingo, got him."
Yeah. Nailed it.
Got
You don't know
you.
she's a traitor at
Yeah.
this
I don't
point.
know.
She's like,
Then she just shows up at Komodo's place.
like basically making out with the dude, which like she's
Yeah.
like 14 and
Okay.
Well, she goes
Yeah.
from like this very homely, fully covered in a white gown thing
now she's
to
wearing all black.
she's got her hair all in curls and all crazy. Like
like
she's
one
going to
of-
prom.
I believe the
It's like one
article,
of Happy Gilmore's like nightmare sequences.
Yeah.
yeah, or no, his happy place, isn't it?
No,
Or-
and then when Shooter comes in and everybody's dressed in black. Oh God, no.
I believe the article of clothing you're referring to is 1997's Victoria's Wonder Bra. Because wow,
Yeah.
dude, I was like,
Yellow.
maybe that's why I remembered this movie. So okay,
Fair
yeah,
enough.
she comes out and it's like bazingas out front, dude. Like completely left field from what she was
Yeah.
prior to, which was none.
Yep.
And then you meet
Yep.
like basically Copperhead from Batman, who's the snake lady.
Oh yeah, she's there the whole time for the very first fight scene.
She's around.
But yeah, she's just kind of there
Just
as like
kind
a
of hisses in the
background
corner, like,
lady.
No,
"Don't
Yes.
touch the master."
Yes.
She's basically Ka from Jungle Book.
Do we want to explain who she is or talk about what she does exactly? No.
Nope.
She's just there.
She's
like Karth.
cool nail things.
She's like Karth from Masters of the Universe. She just makes the noises in the background.
She had like 2 lines in this movie. I think
And
one
it's
of them,
"Don't touch the master."
don't touch the master.
Yeah, she basically wants to fight.
If you think
The-
I'm making
the
fun
other
of
girl.
it, that's basically how it was.
That's
I'm
how
not
she
making fun
sounds.
of it. That's exactly
That's
how it
how
is.
she sounds.
So
Yeah.
she brings Ryan back, and they try to force him to read the manuscript.
Yeah.
And then he's rescued by the sensei. And
Wait,
then,
here's the. Oh yeah, well they're the rescue by the sensei comes later, I think. Right?
yeah,
Yes, comes a little later.
Because
yeah.
he gets away at this point somehow.
Yeah.
the girl, he's gonna kill him, and the girl like, no.
Yeah.
She like does her
Is this
super
when
raps.
he tries to read it?
Yeah, and he can't.
Yeah. So I think it is.
I remember he runs away into the forest for some reason, and then the Master Chung comes and takes his stick and beats the shit out of
Okay, so
General
here's
Grillo.
here's how it goes down.
Okay.
So he goes out into the woods for whatever reason because he's an idiot. Oh, the Roos are gone and he's going to try to go help the Roos.
Okay. Yes.
And he runs into the little person again, the midget again.
He's
Mudlap.
like, he's
Yeah,
like, you gotta-
Mudlap.
I can
Wow.
let you
What's
go.
his
home.
name?
Well,
He's
he
like, I can
tells
let
him.
you go home.
Well, he tells him that he stole the manuscript from Komodo and it's hidden in this place, but he needs a little something for him. So he
Right.
gives him his watch.
Yes. It's
Then they
Cassia.
start going. Yeah, it's Cassia. And they start going to where the manuscript is quote unquote hidden, and that's when the master comes, and because the general shows
General
up
Grillo shows up.
and takes the kid away
General
from the
Grievous.
little person, because it's not really hard to take take a kid away from a little person, I guess.
Stealing candy from a baby.
And then the master shows up and just shoves his stick like in the dude's stomach, basically.
Yeah, like it's pressure points is what I'm assuming.
Yeah, I
like
guess so.
we're not understanding the kung fu behind
I
it.
was waiting for him to cry.
The wushu finger.
Yeah, exactly.
Skadoosh finger roll.
And then he takes him back, and then that's
You got to fight Big Bad Boner.
Yeah, because the Ruse had left without waiting for the master
Yeah,
to
they were
tell
going
him
to go
to
save
go,
Ryan.
Right.
and they get all chained up. It's not good.
No, they
Like
get
it-
dropped into a blender.
Yeah, and then he talks
Yeah.
about how he has a recipe for kangaroo and like
And it goes
on for like 20
dude.
minutes.
Yes.
Yeah, he's really weird,
Yeah.
and like his lines are all delivered so strangely.
Then controlling the volume of my voice.
Exactly. But
the black lipstick, I was like, that's pretty punk, dude. Actually, that's some like.
And then they fight. The master and the
My
big
Chemical
evil guy,
Romance
they
stuff.
fight.
yeah,
And they do that's
because
when
they come to steal the kid. 'Cause
Yeah.
they need the kid.
You
Yeah.
get a lot of the Crouching Tiger, Hidden Dragon.
It brings
stuff
like
for,
the whole army in to take the kid.
everyone shows up.
Yeah. They basically like take over Endor.
It's Andor.
And the master and him fight, and he ends up killing the master.
Yeah.
Like slicing his face.
And then you see that it's reflected on his face.
Yeah.
Oh, 'cause they're connected.
Sort of. It's,
Are we gonna explain
need-
that? No.
At the end of the movie, they do
You
explain
need good and evil.
And they're connected.
They're two sides of the same coin.
Somehow.
And now little Ryan is all depresso espresso because the Master Oogway died.
Yeah. You don't want.
Yeah.
And the Ruse are like, we can't do this. Like we're boned. No more Master Man. And then he comes to kill them and splits into 5 people, which is like the weirdest power.
But has he already been taken?
Yeah.
Yeah.
They
the
break
kid's been
free.
taken
Yeah.
because you got to learn that he tries to read the manuscript
He
for
can't.
Komodo.
But the best line came from that that one.
This is what I was talking about. Where we
Okay.
get to it later.
Okay.
So he opens the book,
Yes.
and there's nothing in it, and he's just looking at nothing.
Yep.
And they said, "What does it say?" And he says, "It says, shit happens." And then for like 5 minutes,
Shit happens?
they're just repeating back and
happens?
forth like
Shit
parrots.
Shit happens.
Shit happens.
Shit Shit
Shit burger.
happens.
Shit happens.
Let me roll
Like-
off the tongue a little bit. Shit happens. They're all practicing, like trying
Yeah.
it out. You want to say shit happens?
Shit
This is a PG-13 or is this PG?
And then basically, yeah, they probably could have said it like one more time, and then they would have gotten a PG-13 rating.
Yeah,
It would
this
have
is PG at the moment. So yes, yeah. But shit does happen. Shit happens.
That was the
And
most bizarre moment of a bizarre movie where he just all of a sudden drops shit, and you're just like, what was that?
Yeah, like
I'm
how are
so
you
confused.
where are we progressing?
Yeah.
What's the next step here, Ryan?
Are her
Exactly.
Bazongas going to come out?
Yeah,
is that the next
Well, and
step?
then
A
he
lot
get-
of us are hanging around for that.
And then he
exactly.
gets mad and he's gonna like kill Ryan, and that's when the girl's like, no.
Yeah.
And then the snake girl gets pissed at her and like borderline kills her by like stabbing her through the back.
I guess she's
And then
stabbing
the
me?
head
Yeah.
guy gets pissed that the snake girl tried to kill the
Yeah,
trainer
because she needs
girl.
him alive. Or he needs him alive.
Yeah, he needs Ryan alive. Yeah. So then they're running out, and
And
that's
he
when
throws the
The-
girl against a wall.
Yeah.
Yes.
Just
Chucks her.
Just straight up just
just yelling. That's all he does. He just yells.
There's the weird
Yeah.
part that I can't remember in what order it happens, but the general is talking to him and he keeps saying like,
Yes.
no thinking,
Yes.
no thinking. And I use that all the time without realizing it, where I'm like, oh, people are like, oh, I was thinking. I'm like, oh, did you hurt yourself? But then they have this whole thing where he's screaming at him about no thinking, and we need the kid to read the book, and this and that and that and the other, and you can't destroy the manuscript. You could be destroyed. Your armies could be destroyed. Everyone can be destroyed, but you can't destroy the book, the manuscript. And then he's going to leave to go find the kid, and he says, wait, come here.
Bring it in.
Do I look good in this color?
Purple.
Yes. Purple looks good on you, sir. Thank you.
Yes.
Like, what? What in the hell is going on here?
Now bring me a bagel sandwich.
So then the kid's
Smear
crying.
of cream cheese.
So then the kid's crying in the woods again, and Hornswoggle comes up to him and is like, hey, quit being a bitch. Like,
Hornswoggle?
the little midget guy.
Oh. Mudlap. Sorry.
Yeah,
Mudlap, yeah. He's like, hey, buddy.
Quit being a bitch.
We're doing it. Yeah.
Go help the ruse. They're at the temple if you're curious.
Well, the rhino and the ox have their moment where when he's trying to escape the palace with Komodo, and they both kind of realize, hey, we're a rhino and you're an ox. Let's just run people over. And they, rather than running through people, they get launched at like
cannoned.
Yes, like cannon, and then falling vaguely backwards on everyone. And I was like, oh, that's a decent stunt. It was all right, but
and then he finds all the ruse at the grave of the master, and they're all like, oh. And then the bad guy shows up and splits into 5 people.
That's where you get to 5. Yes, which if we needed any more, it's definitely that guy.
Pulls
in
a
this movie.
freaking after image technique from Dragon Ball Z, and he's like, I got it.
He's like, oh, he's Narutoing. That's what it is. That's that Naruto. Oh God.
So then you have the individual fight scenes where the kangaroos are just getting the shit kicked out.
Which I was like, when they bleed, I was like, is it red? Is that the color we're going
And then
with? Something doesn't feel
the
right
warrior
about
of
this.
virtue finally wins, like the head guy there, Leonardo, the warrior of water.
Yin? Yeah.
And he's like, are you ready to kill again? And I'm like, jeez. He's like, it was an accident.
But yeah, he killed
What
somehow
The girl's
Elisa's brother.
He hit someone with his Toyota Tercel.
Yeah.
It was just
What?
He was at a stag party.
Yeah,
He
exactly.
realized this isn't the stag party for me. He got horribly depressed when drinking and drove home.
I think stag parties are horribly depressed with drinking.
So maybe he stayed and then drove home.
He's just like, time to go.
I need to leave.
But then right as like the fight's coming to its climax, the kid reads it and he's like, oh yeah, remember that like super cool move that he taught you? Maybe you should use that.
Remember that ultimate technique thing? Like if you guys are getting your ass kicked so well, maybe
this is where
we
they
use
explain that like when you take a life, you lose part of yourself. So the guy's
Yeah.
losing his powers because he killed the old man.
Okay.
That's why he has like the thing on his face.
That makes sense.
And then they turn into the Planeteers.
yes. And they do say earth, fire,
Wind, water. The only one that's different is it's not heart. I don't know what the last one.
flowers.
The only thing that would have been
Metal.
better is go planet.
It's metal.
It's
instead
metal.
of heart.
That's it. Yes.
Oh, the guy with the ring.
yeah,
The one that
which-
doesn't talk.
It's pretty cool. I mean, his again, the things I liked about this movie, the sets were pretty cool. The cinematography was great, actually. It was really well shot, but the stupid skip frame,
The
There's
blur.
a lot of
like
things.
Yeah.
they would slow motion things for no reason. Like her leave, like Alicia. I remember, like, why did they do that? She's like turning a corner, and there's literally like 2 seconds, maybe a second and a half, of her just her going around the corner downstairs, and they slow motioned that again.
Yeah.
And so it was like the
They
root
did a
set
lot of
was
like
good.
reverse stuff
Yes, yes.
Easy.
Added a lot of
That's
blur
why
to
it's
stuff.
easy.
A lot of blur, yeah. Which I mean made it look faster, and which made it look cooler, like the fight sequences. But the ruse looked great, except for the Ron Perlman as the base for the makeup.
Even that's fine.
But the
It's just
costumes
funny.
were cool. The every scene had something like floating or falling. I don't know if you noticed that, which I was like, oh, that's kind of cool. The sets were fine,
And then they turn into the big Planeteer ball
but
and hit
then
the guy.
they hit the guy and they don't explain what the hell was that.
Didn't kill him. All it did was give him amnesia.
Yep.
It makes them poor. That's their poor ray.
Yeah.
It actually just they go around just blasting everybody.
Hobo. Hobo. He's like,
Hobo.
you eating an apple over there?
Wait, what you eat there, sport?
What you eat there?
Here you go. You're gonna go hop in a caboose or some other vagabond. And go
He's
to
like,
town
hold on,
of
I
the
got my
country.
bindle. Let's get out of here.
And he's like, I'm trying to go home.
Yes,
the
he's
kangaroos, you are home.
Oh, wait, isn't this the guy that murdered like all of our people, including the cripples? Like, do we
Yeah.
really
And
want
then,
him in
and
our
then all the
society?
soldiers are like, what is this?
Yeah.
What the hell?
It's the drugs.
Hold on.
I'm telling you.
They're-
Drugs?
Yeah.
Drugs.
They're like-
Drogas.
all the soldiers are like, wait, this comes off?
Yeah.
Hold on. Wow.
drogas?
Exactly.
Yeah.
And then they send Ryan home because he's dying. because he sacrificed himself. So that's how you get to Tao, and from Tao you have to die.
So when we die, we go to Tao, and then if we die in the Tao, we get to come back here.
You die in the game, you die for real.
It would have been almost as funny if they just found another giant whirlpool and chucked his ass in it. Like in town, they're like,
Yeah.
oh,
you want to go
it
home?
says in the manuscript that if we go through the woods to here, there's a giant toilet.
Yes.
To flush.
Well, that's usually where we throw our
And then
cripples, but
not only did it send him back, but it sent him back in time.
not even like
Going
in the
back
position
in
for it.
time.
Yeah, it's like
It's sending him
2
back in time
minutes.
1 minute.
Yes, that's it. Yeah, send him back
It's a temporal do-over.
the worst.
And they're like, come on, come across the pipe. And he's like, F that
His-
noise.
His friend goes, let's make like Tom and Cruise.
Cruise.
Yeah, he says a lot of stupid shit the whole movie. But I like him.
Hot dogs and meatballs. That's never gonna be the
And
same for me.
you know who Elisa is? The girl that plays that?
Who?
That's Wendy Peppercorn.
Hell yeah.
That is not Wendy Peppercorn. Are
Si,
you
senor.
serious?
Are you going to question me again?
No, but
Remember what
I,
happened during Little Giants?
Hell
Do I
yeah.
have to have Aaron call you?
Hell yeah. If I'm Ryan, I'm faking drowning
Now I
too.
need to, now I need to add Aaron's number to my phone so I know when he's
No,
calling.
it's funnier if you don't know who it is.
No,
I shouldn't have
fine.
told you to do that.
Now-
Just, Aaron, leave me a voicemail so I
Hey,
can at least hear it.
now I know why Ryan was faking that drowning. They have 9 kids.
That's right.
Hold on.
We'll get to that movie.
Okay, so you're saying Marley Shelton, and I'm finding her because yeah, that was definitely a first like crush. Like besides the pink Power Ranger, Wendy Peppercorn, dude. Yeah, she was
Tiffany
up there.
Amber Thiessen.
Yep. Kelly Kapowski.
Kelly Kapowski.
That's who that is.
Yeah, I know. Just how quickly you shot that
I
out because
knew.
it's like me too, right?
Saved by the Bell.
Hey, I'm going to a stag party later.
She's on the
Ew.
menu.
yeah.
Oh, she's on the menu?
No.
Sounds so bad.
She's in the playbill.
There you go. That's better. That's
go.
better.
Okay, so they just accept Komodo, who has amnesia and is poor now.
Yeah.
Hobo.
But all the
gonna
army
change
and the
his name.
generals,
They're all nice again.
they all are like, yeah, okay,
They're not on
we get
drugs
this.
They
anymore.
hit him with the hobo hippie ray.
And they've got the life spring, so they're not
back.
going to all die.
But I mean, death exists.
They made
That guy's still dead.
yeah.
a second
No,
movie.
they did
They
not.
made a Warriors of Virtue 2.
Yeah, straight to DVD.
What?
Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
come on. We don't-
That is our Mortal
I'm not
Kombat
watching that.
2, dude. Oh,
not.
come on. You're not going to watch Kung Fu Kangaroos again?
I'll watch Mortal Kombat Annihilation over that movie. Because at least Mortal Kombat Annihilation, I know where I'm supposed to laugh.
Oh, and it did worse. Oh, okay.
Are you
It did
surprised?
Warriors of Virtue, The Return of Tao. It was 2002. So these 4 brothers got another $36 million somewhere.
They're doctors.
Whatever, yeah. Wherever they're getting that from.
Their dad's still making
And
toys.
They made another one. Ryan and Chucky are taken to the parallel universe of Tao where they learn to become warriors. Because that was my question. I was like, the kid's just there and they're not teaching him anything. Like, they didn't teach him anything. Like,
Did he come back with a bum leg?
Oh,
yes.
100%.
And he came back with a bum leg. So, like, he went there.
You're not in town anymore, kid. Cripples are real
right.
here.
Yeah. He
That's
went
right.
to Tao.
The trains didn't take care of you.
Had no change. Didn't get on that train.
He just got confidence.
It just, or just at least the goal to realize, hey, I've been through this before. I'm not going out on the rickety, rusted
Yeah,
out pipe
like, I
across
died.
the whirlpool of death. I'm
I
not doing
died.
that. Yeah.
And then he gets trapped. The bully gets trapped over there. And like, should we call 911? Yeah, we should call 911.
Yeah. This was before cell phones.
That was deep.
All right. Yeah. And then movie. Okay. So this
Ends
is
with
where
him sleeping in the bed.
he's in his bedroom. He's asleep. Mom comes in, opens the door. And this is the weirdest part for me, which I was like, what kind of reaction was that? He goes to his mom and he's like having a tender moment. He's like, Mom, I love you. And she goes,
Yeah. She's like,
love you too. And then
have
like
you been
leaves.
doing the life spring drugs?
Did you go to Tao?
She gives this like face of like, you're not actually my kid. Love you too. Bye.
I thought
just the
Ming talked
babysitter.
to you about telling me that you love me.
Hold
It's
on.
not a thing we do here.
Thought we talked about it. By the way, what are you doing inside again? Who said you could let
Why
you
aren't you
inside?
sitting on your toilet?
My real son has 2 working legs.
Oh, burn.
Oh man. Okay. So, worth a watch? Would you watch it again?
If you got kids, you can show it to your kids. Just remember they say shit happens like 50 times at one part.
Something else too, which is another Tom Hanks movie.
If you got like
Houston, we got a problem.
Yeah.
He says, Houston, we got a problem.
The Nostalgia Critic ran off like a bunch of cliches right there. It was pretty funny.
That's good.
if you got like 2.5 hours to kill, you can watch this movie.
If you want to be really bored,
times.
yeah, there's a lot of other movies you could watch.
Like Titanic. Don't know how that ends.
I don't know. I'd probably rather watch Warriors of Virtue. I'm not a Titanic fan.
Wait, one of you hasn't seen it though. Was it you?
No, we've seen it. I'm the one that hates it.
Oh, okay. There was someone.
I hate that movie.
Someone we know. I've talked to them about this, where they said they've never.
Oh, I've seen it. I saw it in
watched
theaters.
Titanic.
It's so funny because it's well acted. It's well shot. It's I just hate the story. Like. I hate it. Once the boat hits the ice and it starts going, like, it's amazing. It's incredible. That movie. But
everything else,
like, it's a love story about some jackass like crook that jumps on this boat, and this horrible old lady that throws like a $98 million diamond into the ocean because she got banged by some dude a bunch of years ago. Like, what the hell are you talking about?
Hey, Jack, told me like, "What, you Flint girl?"
That's why I love the Family Guy where Death like gets hurt and isn't killing people, and he sinks down, frozen into the water. Then he pops right back up, and she's like, "Jack," and he says, "I don't know what happened. I feel fine." Oh, great! Then we can continue to America and we can be together. And he says, "Oh, wow, that's incredible. Actually, I've got a girlfriend waiting for me. I still can't believe you let me draw you naked, though."
Wow.
Yeah, exactly. Like, he's a piece of crap kid. Like, what are you talking about?
Yeah. Okay. We definitely should, maybe we should do a one day where we riff on Titanic, because there's some things I noticed as well, even watching it recently. So, okay, Warriors of Virtue, man. I mean, I'd give it another watch, but
it's fun.
It's like a 3 out of 10.
Yeah, the sets
it's
are great.
0.
Cinematography's fine. The weird.
It's not the worst movie we've watched.
Yeah, that's true.
No. Have you seen Air Bud?
Come on. It's not that bad.
It's worse than this movie.
Oh my god, dude. Okay, well, Tyler, why don't you take us
I'm making fun of Ocarina of Time on the internet. I'm gonna get crucified.
Thank you guys so much for joining us. As always, we appreciate you. We love you. We love each other, and I'm glad that you guys are here. Thanks to Arnold Palmer, Spiked Iced Teas, for filling in for Sunny D.
Thank you there, Arnie.
Yeah, Arizona's delicious iced tea. Keep suggesting those movies. Check us out on YouTube, especially like, subscribe, hit that notification bell. Let us know. Let you know when we put out an episode.
Oh yeah.
You can listen to us on any streaming platforms. If you're hearing this, I don't know why you need me to tell you that, but thanks for listening. We got our shops. We got Nostalgialand.podcast on Etsy.
Yep.
And Nostalgialand.com is our website.
Yep. Nostalgialandpodcast.com is our website.
And Nostalgialand shop
is
on Etsy.
Yes, that's correct.
I was close.
Which, by the way, we're still running the Beetlejuice.
Oh yeah,
shirt.
check it out. That Beetlejuice shirt is badass.
I was running late tonight and I forgot to wear mine because I have it, and it's such a. Let me just tell you, it's such a good print. I'm so happy with
I gotta buy that one. That's a badass shirt.
With the artists who did it at Cat Leva Draws. She's amazing. She's a friend of mine from high school.
Oh, cool.
And she's
tell her thank you so much.
Amazing illustrator. But it all goes back to support her in getting her. She's doing tattoo school to become a tattoo illustrator. So that is going straight to her. And all that stuff. So it's good things, man.
Yeah, and that shirt's awesome.
Amazing shirt.
The print, like the design she came up with is fantastic.
Yeah, dude.
Real cool Beetlejuice shirt. Check it out for Halloween. For the spooky season. Spookies. What?
Beetlejuice. No, that was 2.
Can't say it 3 times.
Say holding a finger up over there for a while. I was like, what's going on? What's happening?
But yeah, so thank you so much. We will see you next time. Until then,
I'm Matt.
I'm Trey.
And I'm Tyler. Cowbunga.